here, and we're going to see another one of these obscure matchups seeing Mr. Game & Watch and Bowser Jr.
This is a matchup that is, I mean, right, the tier list says is Game & Watch favored, and I would agree.
But then you underestimate Bowser Jr.'s combo potential because he can rack up 50% off 1 or 2 hits.
Well, it's not that he can rack up 50%, it's that he doesn't have a great answer to things like up special out of shield. Yes, Cart crosses up, but even when it does, the hitbox on that up special is so incredibly large that there's nowhere else to go. Oh, Bomb is great at contesting Mecha Koopa, Bucket reflects it and Cannonball. And Bowser Jr. really struggles as well in these scrap game, right? Up special blows up a lot of the set play, and the scrap game is really where Game & Watch thrives in this matchup. The question is, how can Mr. Muggs find the openings against Marcus? He's doing so early on, but he needs to find a way to maintain this, because Marcus, as he starts to catch on to these timings, we're gonna see him, as we saw there, right, with those parries. He's really locked down on these cart attempts and open up a much more scrappy gameplay.
And that's like the problem when you go into a scrapping war. Typically in scrapping wars, you would see Game & Watch win most of these affairs, but you know, the Clown Car Psyche, really good way to at least cross up or cause situations where you can go for the up special out of shield, the Clown Car escape, and potentially find something like that hammer. But like as you see right now, Marcus now getting stage control and absolutely getting the damage and stage control up until that up smash.
Beautiful up smash there from Mr. Muggs, reading the rapid jab and calling it out. Now the pressure is going to be on. We're seeing Marcus look for one too many forward airs at close range, but this up special has really been his bread and butter. It shuts down the set play, it shuts down the scrapping. Mr. Muggs doesn't have an answer for it, and he needs to lean on that button. You see also, right, the Game & Watch smash attacks, that invulnerable head that shuts down the short hop, but also the down smash that acts as an anti-air, the chair that acts as a discord. All things that Bowser Jr. really could struggle to find a way in on. But he needs to be more consistent in these openings, be more disciplined in his play, because it feels like when he branches out from what's working, that's really where he's getting hurt.
Oh, look at that super armor just breaking through. I believe was the back air, and nope. Yep. And then, okay, I really gotta start we gotta stop commentating and cursing each other.
I like the attempt there from Marcus, but once again, just not respecting the armor, or not respecting the weight difference between the head and body of Bowser Jr. And he's getting called out for it. Mr. Muggs has the potential to really take this game one in a dominant fashion if he can continue to keep Marcus guessing.
Oh yeah, I respect the attempt to go for the down throw charge. It's probably need a big way to get back into the stock. Maybe this is a bigger way. Not enough! And the Clown Car Escape gonna catch a hammer on Marcus's recovery.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Marcus just once again not respecting Bowser Jr.'s options, and could have dropped lower to go back to snap the ledge, instead opted to go high, didn't think he was going to get punished, and lost his stock for his troubles. This just feels like Marcus doesn't really know the matchup that well, and Mr. Muggs is exploiting it 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's a quick 62% string for Muggs, and he's already in the driver's seat in this matchup. And I do have to agree, Marcus doesn't really seem to have the experience for this matchup, so he's resorting to, I want to say a bit of autopilot strategies, but I could also just be wrong about that, and that Marcus is just doing whatever he thinks works, which is so far not working.
Yeah, it's that situation where, like, now you see, right, he's really trying to lean on this up special, which is good, but can still be out space. Yeah, Mr. Muggs doesn't actually get a reward for the spacing, but he doesn't get punished. He forces Marcus to start to go away from it and limits his options even further. You see Marcus really struggling to find a way in because he's not sure how to catch these approaches, and he's not sure how to whittle his way in past kind of just the wall of buttons that Mr. Muggs is throwing out. The familiarity for Muggs is very clearly here in the matchup. You can see how he's outspacing, how he's playing around all of Game & Watch's options, and gonna close out the game in, if I do say so, absolutely just dominant fashion. That just looked a little bit brutal.
You might want to throw this suggestion out there, but I think if I'm in Marcus's shoes, I would look for a stage with much bigger space, something like Battlefield or Town and City, to get the amount of space, get more survivability out here, but instead he's going to opt for a small Battlefield, and I wonder if he's trying to take advantage of a couple of straight hits.
Yeah, he's looking to force Bowser Jr. to scrap with him more. The issue with going to a larger stage is that with that more on-stage space, suddenly, right, Clown Cart becomes even scarier because Game & Watch doesn't really have the tools to contest that horizontal burst mobility. Bowser Jr. just gets to run away from you and control the pace of the match, whereas here on a stage like Small Battlefield, they have to scrap with you. Ooh, they can't really just outspace all your up specials, get away from your combo strength.
Oh, that's a missed tag, and the air dodge actually didn't make it back on. I was worried for nothing. Once again, these offstage situations of the Clown Car. Nice tech there from Marcus, avoiding Muggs' attempt to go for a stage spike, and a 2 comes out from that judge combo.
Yeah, I respect it. If you're going for a low number, you at least want the 3, because then it combos into another hammer attempt. But they're just not getting anything and having to reset, trying to find a way back down. And while it started off really well for Marcus, just hasn't been able to, once again, find anything since those opening moments. And now, though, has a juggle attempt and the down smash, F smash, not going to do it just yet.
Yeah, Bowser Jr. is definitely heavier than a lot of people would like to see. And now we're seeing that up the shield come out from Marcus a lot more consistently, and it's actually starting to get much more speedily more standout. And Muggs, that is not the time to go for an up smash.
The difference between that up smash and the first up smash, or that up smash and the first up smash, is Marcus spaced that one a little bit farther away, so the flames hit the head rather than the body, making Bowser Jr. a third lighter, giving him so much less survivability. Beautiful awareness and adaptation there from Marcus to find that stop, close it out, and now have his first lead of the set.
How much of the lead can he get? Because Muggs is pretty close to taking that stock. Oh my god, I really need the stock commentators cursing, because that's the Clown Car side to be able to take the stock off Marcus dropping shield. Here comes the up air, is 30%, and that's all he's going to get as Marcus goes off stage. Can he find anything? I think he tried to grab it, he got hit somewhere in a trade.
I like the wall there through the Mecha Coop, and now though Marcus trying to find some pressure. Beautiful delays on when he's up specialing out of shield, recognizing and adapting from game 1 when he was getting hit. Now the key spike, to find his way back down. Marcus has the download from game 1 and looks like a completely different player here, but even that difference is still only enough to make it even, and Mr. Muggs has been playing out of his mind.
Uh-oh, that's an air dodge. Okay, he has to jump, so he's going to have to side B back up to the stage. No, he didn't have a side B!
I'm just hearing little trumpets of sadness right now. That made me sigh. But Mr. Muggs able to clean it right back up, keep it even, and now I thought Marcus was gonna go for the judge just for the giggles, but playing a little bit more disciplined than that, taking the 60% instead, and now just racking on the damage, and Mr. Muggs has not been able to get those feet back on the ground. Finally does so with a reversal attempt, but not able to get too much, and now we're playing neutral under this here platform.
Oh, I really was looking for if Muggs was going for a grab here, because he needs to find some kind of swing of a pendulum, because the damage difference is very big right now, and he needs to find something like that grab, something like that side B, like that. Now he needs to rack up the damage, but instead he gets trapped by a rapid jab in the platform, and this is a soft block.
Well, yeah, here on the corner, I was gonna say you take a lot of damage. Unlike Isabelle, thankfully it's not an infinite, but boy does it apply a lot of pressure. This could be the game though. Mr. Muggs, a backer, will do it. He knows jab, so many things will do it. Game & Watch rapid jab though, not just yet, and this is Muggs' opportunity to find his way back. The game is in his grasp, but instead it's gonna be a key to game 3. And sorry, did Marcus go? Did you see at the end there, Marcus went for the up special thinking that maybe he hadn't gotten the kill off the key, and so he tried to clean it up anyways? That was dirty.
No, he went for it because he saw the Bowser Jr. go onto the screen directly, so it's like, oh, let me just up special, make sure I don't run into any shenanigans that I lose the game randomly. Which would have been hilarious, but Marcus is, as you said, disciplined. You have to know that. And looks like Muggs taking it back to Pokemon Stadium 2.
That makes sense. Again, as we talked about after game number 1, right? Marcus wants a smaller stage because it forces the scrap opportunities. Here on PS2, which is so much larger, Mr. Muggs can use these clown carts to control space and play the keep away game. A couple months ago, I was casting with Dara, and I think it put it best. Bowser Jr. in a lot of ways is just a weird world Sonic, right? Like, this character who wants to play a keep away, play this burst range, and get these very explosive advantage states. But other than that, just play very defensive, play this keep away game from you on these large stages, and use their horizontal burst movement to just be uncontestable.
That's actually a really good thing to consider because that's something I really thought would be a non-factor because of the way Game & Watch's burst range also just works like butter. And Marcus has an offstage situation that he could not escape because he lost the jump on his recovery.
And if that edge guard didn't look like Sonic, I don't know what to tell you because that was a full-on, I'm going to go all the way out there, and then I'm going to come all the way back with my burst movement. Unfortunately, though, so much time was taken that Marcus was able to get on over, clean up the stock, and close it out. Beautiful stuff from him, finding ways to keep it closer.
Oh, no,
but
that was a wonderful bait.
27? 27?
That was a wonderful bait from Mr. Muggs because he threw out that clown car explosion on the ledge, which actually baited Marcus to go lower than he would have wanted, and therefore he missed his air dodge.
And I don't know if he's Mr. Muggs or Mr. Magoo because the way he's playing right now is absolute magic as he's going to try and close it out with the wand. Not able to do so. The hammer swing not closing it just yet. But Bowser Jr. gonna get it with the clown card spin. And boy, PS2 just looks absolutely brutal in this matchup. I'm going to be honest.
I still can't get my mind over the fact that he actually got that bait on Marcus on the ledge.
Like, as Game & Watch, though, what do you do here again on a large stage against Bowser Jr.? Like, how do you actually pin him down enough to force him to contest you?
And that's the thing, because actually, has he not utilized Chef a lot? Because I have not seen a Chef for as often as I think we should.
We've seen a couple of them. The issue is that if you start to throw it out, there's so much end lag that Mr. Muggs can just start baiting them and punishing them. So it's great once or twice, but it really only works once or twice.
Maybe that once or twice, though, can be enough to at least catch Muggs off guard at the right moments. It's all about the timing and whether or not your moves connect or not. You know, you throw out a move like up special, you'll expect it. But if you do something that you have not done in a whole set and catch up at the right time, that is the way to get back into the set. And Marcus, currently in a big percentage lead, as he's once again forcing situations where Muggs has to approach and finishes with that forward tilt.
He's also doing a fantastic job forcing Mr. Muggs underneath these platforms. And then catching him, right? Creating these traps where either he's going to land on the platform and get his landing caught, or he's going to go underneath it and get caught by a dash attack or something silly. I just love Marcus so much, man. I love that he just will always go for the judge. You see at least one a game. Then
oh my god, these parries on these hammers are insane. Bo's gonna have to make it back onto the stage. Bo's gonna stab on the ledge before the bomb blew up on the 2-frame attempt. Marcus, he's trying to go for a ledge jump right there.
Yeah, interesting jump choice for an up air there. You would think that a back air would kill, but instead it's gonna be the spike to do it. The key to game number 4, potentially Marcus is right there. Or he was gonna definitely go for the judge off that up throw, but the Mecha Koopa prevented it. Muggs trying to live another day and complete the reverse 3-stock here to close out the set.
This has been a tale of 2 players and 2 different sets because so far, when Muggs has had the space that he wants, he's been on a dominant tear on Marcus, but when the space is closed, it's Marcus who's dominating, and that's a really nice attempt.
Tale of 2 stages for sure. And, you know, Marcus really making the smaller space work out here beautifully. If he wins this game 4, I would have to think he's going to try and ban PS2, because I don't see how you can let Muggs go back to that stage a 3rd time after just how dominantly he's won there so far.
Projectile play, and there's the shift that I was talking about earlier, but it just forces Muggs to go high, and Marcus really has found the straight hits to get back onto the stage, and those uppers are catching the clown car. Muggs has no jump. He's going to have to climb back onto the stage, and down goes the clown car.
And there's the chef you talked about, right? Coming in clutch. As we've said it, hey, maybe it only works once or twice in the matchup, but as you said, Supernova, once or twice is all you need. Marcus, as you talked about before,
Oh,
dominant fashion and didn't ban PS2, shaking his head as well when the pick goes there. And I'm curious. I'm really curious why Marcus keeps taking him back here, because it does not look like he's had an answer for this larger stage, for these higher platforms that are harder for him to trap on. He has to play around the ledge, and you see that's what he's been trying to do, but Muggs just hasn't given it to him.
And yeah, and here we go. Muggs already starting with a 54% string. You know, early advantage is all you could honestly ask for, even though it may not matter in the long run. But it sets the tone because if you land those combos in the first place, Marcus can gain confidence, or it could just be a loss of confidence. And so far, both players have gotten great combo string when they got their openings. And so far, this just turned into a neutral scrap.
Yep. And that higher platform height was huge there, because that was the difference between an extra neutral air in that string for Marcus. Is meaning that the damage on Mr. Muggs is slightly lower, not quite at kill percent yet, and it's going to be one more interaction, which could be a huge difference as Muggs goes back to this game of keep away that's given him so much success in the odd games of the set, and we're right back to an odd game here as he desperately tries to hold on to his lead.
Outsmash just barely out of range there for Marcus as he's looking for Muggs' landing option. He's gonna have to land with a hammer again. No hammer swing, and the Outsmash catches the shield. You know, this is gonna be the next hit that's gonna take the first stock, and who knows if this is gonna be a momentum shifter.
And there's the potential to start the edge guard. I like Muggs I like Muggs going right to ledge, and I like Marcus going for the ledge trap there. But that long range trap means there's a longer distance between what's being fried, right? What's being thrown out, and it allows Muggs windows to find his way back with these clown cars more easily. You see now at 200% up, they're not even going to do it on PS2, and Muggs is holding on for dear life as Marcus now reaching kill percent. It could still be anybody's first stock hit.
Overthrow, not going to be able to take the stock. If we were closer to the ledge, it would have been able to beat the stock. Gets back onto the ledge safely. Can Muggs find a way to get this ledge trap success? Nope, just going to be caught by his flare.
And it really, that came about, because I don't know if you saw it, but he missed the grab on the Mecha Koopa. Not something you see every day, but all the difference. However, even with the miss, able to answer right back. Now set up the Mecha Koopa to control some space, force out a jump. He's going to be able to reset, get out of dodge for free, and all of a sudden, it's going to be Marcus once again trying to make magic happen, not able to do so, and getting forced into scrap in the corner, but it's going to be Muggs as well with stage control in his favor. It's good on Marcus's onus to make anything happen in Supernova. He's had better success in this game, but can he maintain it?
That's just the question, because if you can't be maintained, Marcus can just pull off the victory here in this set, into the winner semifinals, but Muggs, if he finds a way to get those combo conversions, such as that clown car into the up B hammer swing, it just secures him the set. And once again, I hate to be the one saying this has been a tale of two stages.
Yes, it has been. Yes, it has been Supernova. But my friend, and it is not over yet. Marcus is very capable of closing this out. And hey, we haven't seen a judge yet, right? Last week we saw a bunch of them from him. So
I mean, we did see a judge.
We saw a bunch of them. Well, I'm saying
but it was just a 3.
I meant we didn't see a 9. We haven't seen a 9 yet.
No, and I mean, of course we haven't seen it yet.
We're due. We're due. This is the king of the number 9 here. If he can close this stock out, it is very, very possible for him to just have a little bit of luck run in his favor and take the whole dang set for his trouble. Oh, the question is, will he even get that opportunity, though? He needs to get these feet back on the ground and close out the stock. Gonna do so with a key, not yet, and oh my god, Supernova.
Catches the corner of the blast zone, which good angling movement from Muggs, but yeah, maybe he might need to get the 9 and get back onto this stock, maybe, but I think even if he does miss it, he just needs to find a situation where he can find the neutral air or that down air right there to catch the platform landing.
Now, though, the pressure is on. Last stock scenario for the set. The fight is on for can Marcus find a way to face his demon here PS2, and that could be the judge attempt.
He's
not going to go for it. Surprising for sure, but taking the damage, believing that he can in fact do this. We'll see if he goes for it, if he gets another opportunity, but for now, he's just trying to do it the old-fashioned way. Hey, as Mr. Muggs keeps him in the corner, locking down shades of Game 1 and Game 3 at this point. And I I think we lost the stream here from production, so hopefully it's still good on viewership side.
I mean, if it is, so apologies for us. I was about to mention how dead even the set is. You know, a couple 1 to 2 hit combinations that could lead to a edge guard situation would probably be enough for either player to win this game. But so far, it looks like Mux has had the better advantage in Pilgrim Stadium 2, as like he's been able to find the combo strings, especially with that hammer landing.
Yeah. I do have the stream pulled up over on Twitch, but I can't tell if it's... Actually,
we're back.
Oh my God, it's not over.
191. How is Mux at 191? And
the
it's outro.
outro.
He's gonna do it. Marcus survives the upset and wins 3-2 to go to winner semis.
What a way for that to end. Expected, unexpected.